All right, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kodash. All right, double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, and shalom, Wakasah, Allah, Bakyard, which is peace and mercy to the elect of the four corners, wherever you may be. I'm the brother Amar from the branch of GMS Cleveland. Come back at you with another video, Lord willing, be edifying to whomever may be watching. And I just want to get into a lesson speaking about some things Elder D-Mash. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. Just wanted to speak about some things. Elder D-Mash was speaking about one of his recent videos that he just uploaded. I believe today's date is April 7, 2025. I believe he did that video earlier today or yesterday, one of the two. But it was somewhere along the lines of just bearing one another's burdens. And I'm not sure if he grabbed the scripture that says that, but I got that scripture lined up, and I just want to get it. And I'm gonna start it from the top. All right, point is in the second verse, as you can see on the screen. A matter of fact, before I grab, I just want to say one more thing, a few more things, because as the Lord, has you in this ministry, and and you around brothers, if you're honored to be around brothers, and you have that, like I said, the Lord blessed you with brothers. Simply put, you see some of the things that other brothers go through, and it affects you, right? Whether it be a brother being sick, whether it be a brother being in a lower state where you can't afford certain things, and you want to help them out, but you yourself are not in the best financial situation, or a brother's living conditions, or or a brother catching hell from his woman, or whatever the case is, man. You learn to basically bear one another's burdens, man, to where you might call them, talk to him, see if he's all right, see if he's in good spirits despite his situation. And you just, like I said, you just want to try to take the load off one another. And that's something that's very important, very key to the ministry. All right, and that's something that the Elder D-Mash was speaking about, man. But let me get these scriptures, man. It's Galatians 6:1, and I am driving. So if you hear me taking, like these pauses, or I'm just trying to focus. But anyway, it's Galatians chapter 6:1. Brethren, if any man be overtaken in a fault, it says, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness. So there's situations that arise within the brotherhood, whether it be brothers, getting into it, so-called arguing, or just having alt with each other, or you having an alt with a brother, or a brother having a situation going on. You're supposed to try to help as much as you can, and obviously rebuke and restore to that brother, the spirit of meekness. Make sure he's on point, make sure you're on point, and just make sure brothers is in the right spirit. So that's what we do on a daily basis, or at least we try. Some brothers don't have contact with each other every single day, but nonetheless, you try to fulfill that to the best of your abilities, man. It's just something that, like I said, you just can't help but to care for somebody that you love. All right, and that's one of the major problems that you see with this world today, man. A lack of caring, a lack of love. People treat each other terribly, especially our people, man, and they don't even understand that that's a curse within itself, man. Scripture talk about that in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, man. All right, from the men to the women to the children, the whole cycle of how we once used to care for one another, and once used to love and look after each other, and be one another's keeper. That has been lost, especially among the Southern Kingdom, in particular Judah. You still see certain traits among the Northern Kingdom, but nonetheless, man, this shit is fucked up out here, man. And it's disgusting to look at, man. Just to see how Jake treat each other, and just to see the spirit of Jake comes in, man. But we understand that's just the will of the Lord, and that's how things are playing out. But us in the brotherhood, us in this truth, man, we can't be like that. We can't be like these people. These people just do whatever, say whatever to each other, and they just don't have no remorse to how they treat each other, man. The Lord holds the brotherhood in high regard. The scriptures say, upon these two hang the whole law. It says to love thy Lord with all thy soul, and treat thy neighbor as thyself. Roughly paraphrasing it, man. That's something that the Lord held in high regard. That's something that he considered the second commandment. You know what I'm saying? Next to the first. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I've been doing this thing, where I try not to look it up. You try to put the words in, but hey, man, if I gotta do it, man, so be it, man. But I'm gonna try to see if I can find it real quick, man. But bear with me real quick, man. Further down. It's not this chapter. It gotta be the 26th or the next one. Is it the next one? Like I said, give me a second, man. I'm just trying to find it without looking it up, man. Okay, it might be 26 then. I bet as soon as I look it up, it's gonna be right in front of me, man. Okay, man. All right, man. The hell with it, man. Let me just look it up real quick. Okay, it was the 25th chapter. No, hold on. Was it? No, hold on. Hang up. Hold on. Man, upon these two. Matthew 22, man. Oh, my God, man. Through. Salakia for that, man. This is Matthew chapter 22, and I start from 36. Actually 35. Then one of them, it says, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, right? I just quoted it roughly. Right? It says, and the second is like unto it. It says, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, man. It says, on these two commandments, I hang all the law and the prophecies. It's like all the law and the prophets, man. So the Lord considers the brotherhood like one of the second greatest commandments. It's like unto the first. So we gotta continue to just bear one another's burdens, man. So that leads me back to the scripture where I started it off at, right? And that's like Galatians 6 and 2. All right, it says it's Galatians 6 and 2. It says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach, man. So we have to bear each other's burdens, man. You see a brother going through something, man, you put yourself in that predicament, or you put yourself in that situation, like, damn, how would I feel if that was me? Let me help the brother out as much as I can. Or, it's just something that if you don't want to feel that way, or if you was in a situation, you wouldn't want to feel that way if you had had a particular situation going on. So you try to help the brother, and you feel you have that empathy, that consideration. It says, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiving himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone. It says, and not in another. It says, for every man shall bear his own burden. So, at the end of the day as well, you do have to take that into consideration. If you are a brother, you got to bear your own burden too, man. Each one of us have to bear our own cross, man. To, Lord, have us all going through our own personal walk and our own situations. The Lord wants you to bear it, man. The hell? We can't be babysitters at the same time, though, man. You look after your brother. You make sure your brother's good. You be your brother's keeper, man. But at the same time, this ain't no baby. This ain't no daycare. All right. You gotta show yourself men, as the scriptures say, man. The hell? It says, let him. Let's see. Yeah, no, that was the point right there, man. All right, that was the point, man. It was one more that I wanted to get, but I'm gonna leave it at that, man. It's just something that came to mind, man. It's just like I said, man. We gotta make sure we bearing each other's burdens, man, and you think about the next man, to your left and to your right. We on the highways and byways every week, man. You see, brothers going through certain things, man. Like I said, man, you might just call that brother, later on that day, man, or that night, just to make sure you're cool, man. Because there's these fucking demons that's fucking with brothers, man. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. But nonetheless, man, the Lord gonna get us through it, man. Lord willing. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.